Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you all are doing great. Today we are going to be playing, messing around, semi frustrated with some jewelry pieces. So, first, I want to share with you the inspiration. First, it came from Wonder and Dream of 555. She did a haul a couple of weeks ago and she showed a bracelet similar to this one. This is from Walmart. We won't do exactly this, but we're going to do something similar to that. I think these are all the same bracelets, yeah. So, anyway, I thought it'd be really cool to do that. So I pulled out some stuff. I did, I already had a few things. I have some of these that I got last year. I did not buy any this year doing, or was it early this year? I don't remember. It could have been last year or this year. But I like the purples. They're very pretty. And then I got this from Hobby Lobby 2018 maybe? Not 18. 2024? I don't know. These came from Amazon and Amazon. This one as well. So we're gonna do something like that. I got out my needles that I got from the seventh grade. I went to look for some more stuff from them. They are no longer. They probably changed their name, but they are no longer there. And I'm not sure if a lot of pop-up businesses have closed for various reasons. I don't know, but yeah, they are no longer. All right. And it could be another company. I don't know. A different name. So we're gonna open this up real quick. I thought about opening this up prior to this, and I was like, you know what? Nah, we can have some time. It is late in the day for me. It is almost 8 o'clock, so I don't have that much time to get this video up by 10. So roughly, I have an hour. So I'm gonna see what we could do. I hope that y'all have a good start to your week. Yesterday was a holiday, so most people probably were off. I know some of the schools, I want to say all the schools were closed yesterday. I'm not 100% sure. So I don't have a pattern. I don't have a mindset of what I want to do. I just know that I want to um, make like 3 or 4 stacking bracelets. So the easy peasy would be to do these first, but we don't ever do anything easy peasy, do we? I think what we're going to do is take these three colors and make a bracelet. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Oh, wait, we can't do this. I don't have the stretch card yet. All right, so we got this. And let's see if I can't open up this one. It probably won't work, which is okay. Kinda, not really. All right, so if you do decide to do stretchy bracelets, you always want to do pre-stretch. Why do you want to do a pre-stretch? Because you want to get all the stuff stretched out, so it's not tight and it doesn't. The elasticity that you have is the actual elasticity that you need. So with these, it's always easy to do more, and then you can lessen up the card once you finish. On my way home, when I dropped my son off this morning, I was driving and I wanted to watch this video and I couldn't because it was an ad. I don't have the free premium thing. I don't need that, but it had this lady threading a needle. I'm not sure if you've all seen the commercial when she cuts the pant leg bottom piece off because the pants are too long. I'm like, what about these people that have long legs and the pants are a little bit too short? Do I need to buy 2 pair of pants and then go for that? Because that's usually what happens with me. My pants are a bit too long. I mean, too short. So I always get long and then struggle with that. Some people never have to worry about that they're like the perfect height. They never have to go through those things. Let's see. Is this thinner? Let's see. This is a thinner type. It's still stretch card, but it's different. I really like that one better. It seems to not have me stressed out a lot. But if I want to thread this up, then I'm going to need the thinner thread, the thinner stretch. So it is stretch and strong for bracelet beading. I don't know how strong it is. I think these are fibers that are connected together. We'll see. You want to make sure you have a round needle and not a flat needle though, because if you have a flat needle, that means that sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's not going to go through. Also, at this point, I would suggest that you put um, a clamp or something right here. We're not doing that today. We're taking a walk on the wild side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out about 5 or 6 of these things. Okay. Then these all look semi ghoulish, I guess. Is ghoulish a right word? I don't know. These are acrylic beads. I don't think they're actually glass beads. They're plastic because they're stuck together. Not saying that if you're doing firework, it won't stick, but I'm just saying it looks that way to me. Like these are plastic. They could be glass though. Who knows? Who knows, darlings? Who knows? All right. And this one. And I'm thinking we should go ahead and get started. All right. So we're going to start with a big bead just to make sure it goes through. And then two, one, two. I don't know why that's the pattern that we're going with today, but that is the pattern that we're going with today. And see, this is the problem with having a wider eye needle with seed beads. They are all not made from the same. Um, they all have different sizes. So let's go ahead and take this off and try a smaller needle now. Remember that time I told you I was trying to get to 10 o'clock? That means upload it. And I already have to edit the video because I hit my keyboard and it stopped the first part of the video. So I have to merge them together. Yep. The life of a ah content creator, right? It's also like my, even though yesterday was Monday, it's my first day back in mom. Let's get it together mode. So I have a few things I need to do for my son, as well as reserve the cake, figure out this pizza situation. You know, when I was growing up, I never had a birthday party as a little kid that I can recall, right? Never. Not once. My son has had a birthday party every year of his life except for one. The first 4 years, he had a party with our aunt. And then when he turned 5, she didn't come. We went to see her the following weekend. Thank God, because that was the year of COVID. I would have been so devastated had we not seen her any that year. But she had been in and out the hospital, so she was sick. But I went to visit her, and then, she passed away. But um, she tried to make it to everything that my son was doing. And he wasn't doing a lot at that time, so I could only imagine how she would be right now if she was here. She'd be fussing at me about a few things that I've done to and for him. I'm sure of it. But sometimes you got to walk. Sadly, this is a sad statement. You got to walk a path alone, right? You got to walk that path alone. So you can persevere. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit more. So okay, here we go. Let's see. We got one. Oh, it's even worse now. Is that the same needle? Two. We're gonna get through this. Two, one. All the rejects will just have to go into the second bin, so that way I'll know. Two. And let's see the pattern. Not bad. And so when Grandparents' Day comes around, we don't have grandparents. I didn't even get a chance to participate in Grandparents' Day because my grandfather, they didn't have that stuff when I was growing up. So that's one of the reasons. And then he passed away when I was in the fourth grade, I believe. Fourth grade, third grade. I don't remember now. 80 something is when he passed away. 1980 something. And my dad, not my biological father, but my stepfather, the one I live with, told me, and he just broke the news, and I was like, okay. And so I just went in the house. I'm telling y'all way too much. You know too much now. You're in too deep. Um, and I kind of just sat there and reflected. And that has been my thing my whole life. I never like cry right away. I always reflect, and then I get sad after the reflection and coming to quote unquote terms, I suppose. I never really, you never really stop missing the people that are no longer in your life. You just have to find a way to navigate without them, knowing that they're there somewhere, looking on, hoping the best, hoping the best for you. I messed up. So here it was two purple, one orange, two pinks. Then it was two oranges, one purple, two pinks. And now we're at two oranges, one purple. That is wrong. That is wrong. It's supposed to be two purples. I can do one pink to complete that pattern of nonsense that we just created. That was not the goal. We wanted a solid pattern, y'all. A simple, solid pattern. Okay, let's try this again. Let's go with two on these now. The problem with seed beads also is even if you measure your wrist out and you measure everything out properly, seed beads are one of a kind. So you will never get two exact seed beads. You may think that you are, but the diameter is going to be off. The circumference, all of that's going to be off. I am so hungry right now. Like, ooh, my stomach is like, are we going to eat something? I am like, in my head, like, yes. We're gonna get some of that cereal. I like cereal. Do you like cereal? What's your favorite cereal? I usually just eat Frosted Flakes. I'm a big Frosted Flakes fan. They're great. All right, let's see. We got a long way to go because we're trying to get down to this very edge right here. Yep. Alrighty. So when it's finished, we'll be back. All right, so we are done with our first bracelet. Now you see we have this end and then we have these loose ends. So what I've been doing is just adjusting the loose ends so it's not that much cord left. And then when I adjust it, I just push it like that. And then what we're going to do is take it and put a knot here like that. And then once more, one more knot. Okay. Now that we have our knot, you want to pull it taut. I'm going to clip away the excess. And then you can seal the knot in if you like. I'm going to do one more knot though. All right, so this is the only trash that we have left. So I'm going to pull it and put it here. And then just put it as tight as possible without pulling it too tight and popping the cording. And then I'm just going to slide it on the big bead, the knot onto the big bead. Although the little beads seem to want to be the knot hider. Because now the knot is right here under the purple one. And I just did a weird little, I'm just trying to get it to this purple. I did a weird little pattern. So you can't really tell that it is a pattern, but it is definitely a pattern. So now I'm going to cut it right here. And don't even look like we need to glue it. All right. And so it's fairly loose on my wrist. I wanted it to be loose. So there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and work on the other ones. It's the same thing, rinse and repeat. So we don't really need to see the process, but I'll start this one again. But this time I'm going to just kind of cheat. And by cheating, I mean, remember, don't, even though we're semi going fast, don't skip your process. Now I'm going to come over here. And what I mean by cheat, you see how these are all gray and black? That's what I'm going to do. So this looks like it's 4, 5. So I'm going to do 5 orange, 2 black, um, a pattern, one of these little things over here, maybe along with a bead, and repeat it like that. So yeah, let's see. This one has a bunch of little snaps on it. All right. So we're going to re-stretch it just to make sure. And we're going to go 5. I'm trying to keep everything on here, okay, versus not on here. 5, 2, 5. You can put as many as you like, really. 2. Then I'm going to use my purple orange beads, these right here. So it's 3 of those. If I need to pull them out more, I will. I like these. I think this looks cool. And then we'll do, I guess, two, five, two. All right, so that's the thing, and then five. It does not have to be this precise. Then two, then the orange purpley bead again. And when we're finished, we'll see how that looks. Like, I like it right now, and it's going to go well with that. So let's go ahead and get into this again. Alrighty, so here we are, bracelet number four. I think I'm going to stop here, and I don't think I'm going to use these. I'll probably do something else with them, maybe tomorrow or next week. But this is the last one we're going to do. I just feel winded. Winded as in, whew, the show was a lot. Also, on one of the braces, I feel like it's too small, and I don't want it to be too small. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit better at measurements, and I don't want to waste the material constantly, and I don't want to have to keep re carding stuff. So anyway, we have this. We're gonna go ahead and make our first knot, and then I'm gonna pull the cord, and then I'm going to make the second knot, and then I'm gonna cut it. And I didn't poke myself with the needle and the scissors. It's time to stop. All right, so we got this. Let's go ahead and kind of work it around a little bit. And then I'm going to do one more knot. Now, I know a lot of people don't like or recommend not triple, double knotting it. I do recommend you put some cement glue on it or E6000, any type of jewelry glue to help this knot, this plastic knot, not be uh, easily to come apart. All right, there we go. I'm just going to pull it a little bit more and then cut it again. Next time maybe we'll just do a chunky charm bracelet, or a chunky keychain or something, because I like those better, I think. But that'll probably be next week. I'm just re-stretching out from me pulling so tautly. So there we go. And you see, when I measured it out, it fit very well. But now I have a loose part because when I tied the knot, I tied it a little bit too tight. So I have to string this. So you see how you don't see it anymore? Just barely. Now this one is a little bit different because it's tighter, or looser, excuse me, and this is the same way. So I do recommend you actually using a something to measure your wrist out if that's what you're doing. And then this one. And this one's very tight. But this is our creation for today. I like all of them. They all, could be used in other projects, pro, uh, jewelry pieces. I like this one a lot because it doesn't have to be Halloween, even though it's definitely Halloween themed. And then this one is definitely Halloween themed. I don't know if I'll restring all of them, but this one is very tight. This one is tight, and then this one is tight. But I'll have to measure them out properly. And I'm not gonna redo them these upcoming weeks, but we'll redo some of them, these two or three, and that means we just got to add more on there because I think my bracelet is my wrist is 6. So yeah, I think it's 6. Because what you could do is just measure one side and multiply by 2, or you could, it's ways you can figure out your wrist size, but I should have been a little bit more careful with that. Anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed the process that we did. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.